What is up, everybody? Showing you what I've been playing at my locals last couple weeks. Been playing a fun deck with regionals and all that being done. I'm not going to nationals, so I can play more fun decks. It's Horus Lightsworn Bystial. So I'm gonna get into it. For the Horus engine, 3 Amusetis, a Happy, and 2 King Sarks. Very small pack, the generic package for any deck that plays Horus. Free mills, not free mills, free stuff to send, free recursion, because of King Sarks, you can just summon these back once per turn. You could play a little more Horus stuff if you wanted to, but this is just the concise package. If you don't know what it does, Happy, you discard, you get rid of it and another card in your hand to search King Sark, then draw a card. King Sark lets you summon out the horses from your... Each horse can you summon out from your graveyard once per turn if you control the King Sark. So this is just free link material or free rank 8, which is what predominantly you use for it. Or even just free B-Sticks. Lightsworns, 3 Dragonlings, one of the new cards. If you have Lightsworn in graveyard, you can special summon Dragonling from your hand. Its other effect is send a Lightsworn from your deck to grave, so it can trigger those effects. Its third effect is when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a dragon that's 3,000 by 2,600. So you add either Judgment Dragon or Punishment Dragon. Most of the time, you're probably going to add Punishment Dragon because most people don't play Judgment Dragon. If you're playing like a 60 card list, you can play both. 3 Weiss, I think it's Weiss. Another new card for the deck. It's Shaman's only common. Hopefully in an OTS pack in the future it becomes super. But what she does is that if you have another Lightsworn in your hand, you stack it to the top of your deck, mill 2 cards to summon her. She's a tuner, also. When she is sent to the graveyard, you target a Lightsworn monster in your graveyard and summon it. 3 Wolves, 2 Felice. Wolf, when it's sent from the deck to the graveyard, summon him. When it's sent to the graveyard from the deck, anyways. She is only by monster effect. She is also a tuner. That's relevant to make one of the other new cards that just came out in the latest core set. 1 Raiden, low for a tuner, different type than the rest. For, again, a new card that came out in Legacy of Destruction. Mill 2 cards from the top deck. Lastly, for the Lightsworn monsters, Punishment Dragon, the dark version of Judgment Dragon. If you have 4 or more banished Lightsworns with different names, summon him. Pay 1,000 life points to shuffle back from face up, graveyard, and banish zones. All cards that don't say Lightsworn, they go back into the deck and shuffle. So it's essentially the game reset depending on how much resources are used. And it's a big monster too. For the Lightsworn related spells, 3 charge, the Rhoda, 3 recharges. Sends the top 3 cards to your deck to graveyard to add a Lightsworn. Discard a Lightsworn, draw 2, mill 2. Just more ways to fill up your graveyard with monsters to banish or to trigger off Lightsworns. Foolish Burial. This deck is a graveyard deck, and everything you play in this deck wants to be in grave usually. 3 Lubellions. Discarded to add a Bystial. Magna Hut searches all dragons. Duraswarm sends to grave a special summon monster. Sarnir sends a branded spell or trap card. Or a Bystial. 1 Baldrake, 1 Regained. That's it for the Bystial related stuff. So, for the most part, if I don't have Lubellion in graveyard, if I can send Sarnir to the graveyard, Sarnir will send Lubellion, then I'll use like another dragon, either like Magna Hut or something, to summon Magna Hut, affect search and phase, tribute it off, summon out Lubellion, use Lubellion effect to place the Regained to start getting back banished resources. Because also, Regain lets you, when you banish a light or dark once per turn, shuffle it, put it in the bottom of the deck to draw a card. Also, when your opponent summons a monster, you can summon back one of your Bystials. So, might as well take advantage of that, because recurring resources is always good in this game. 2 Safearts, 1 White Dragon, 1 Black Dragon. Safeart is the way to search these 2 out, really. Plus Safeart also lets you get back dragons in your graveyard. The mini Chaos Dragons, from Banish a Light to summon him, Banish a Dark to summon him. When this is sent from the field to the graveyard, search black. When black is sent from the field to the graveyard, search white. Again, it's more free resources. 1 Levianeer. This is a Chaos deck. Banish Lights and Darks, get some effects. It's also another dragon, plus it's a level 8, so you can use it to make into a free Xyz, or just use it to leak out into something else. 1 Chaos Emperor, the Armageddon one, Dragon of Armageddon. It's a Chaos monster, so Banish a Light and Dark to summon him. When it is in the Pendulum Zone, pay 1,000 life points to destroy it to add a level 8 Banished Dragon from your Banished Zone into your hand. And then it goes to the top of the extra deck. Chaos Space, search out a Light or Dark. Banish it to put a Light or Dark into the bottom of your deck to draw a card. 2 Tactics. Draw cards are good. Drawing cards is good. Looking at your opponent's hand for information is good. Maybe taking your opponent's monster for a link material or a synchro material is good. It's just Tactics is a good card. For the extra deck, 1 Striker Dragon, because we play the small Chaos Dragon, baby Chaos Dragon engine. It's easy to summon out one of them, link it off into Striker Dragon, then use the effect to search the other one. Then you can use Striker Dragon and the other Chaos Dragon to make seals, just for interruption during your opponent's turn when all else fails. You can summon out Magnahut from your deck if you tribute itself. Summon out Magnahut, use Magnahut to search a dragon later on in the end phase. SP, IP, Appaloosa, Underworld Goddess. Underworld Goddess is just a way to out-tower monsters like in Pearly or any deck like that. Because it's like a walking kaiju, plus it's a 3,000 basic. Plus on occasion you're going to need to clear off some of your zones in order to continue the plays. So one of the newer cards is a Synchro Minerva. It's a level 8. It has a continuous effect of Lightsworn's I control cannot be banished by card effects, by opponent's card effects. When it is summoned, you can send Lightsworns with different types from your deck to your graveyard for the materials used to summon her. For the most part, you're going to send 2. Because they have to be different types, you can't send a wolf and a fleece. You can only send one of them, and the other one has to be a different type. So for the most part, I usually send either wolf or fleece in Whis. Use Whis effect to summon out another Lightsworn from my graveyard to continue my plays from there. Omega, banish a card from your opponent's hand. Scarlight. What else can be said about Scarlight? Chaos Angel and Dissipator for the level 10 synchros. Chaos Angel, because this deck is all light and darks, Chaos Angel can get both his effects, no problem. With the synchros can't be destroyed if you use the light. Synchro monsters you control unaffected by opponent's monster effects activated. Your opponent's activated monster effects. Its dark is monsters I control cannot be destroyed by battle. Because it's all light and darks, you're going to get both effects of that pretty quickly. Dissipator is a negate, plus also you can summon back something from your banished. Again, this deck is not hard to make 10s. For the Xyz, Plan B. If all else fails, Plan B. Minerva, send the top 3 of your deck to the graveyard. For each Lightsworn that was milled off that 3, you draw a card. When she is destroyed by opponent's card effects, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Then you can destroy cards face up on the field up to the number of Lightsworns milled that way. So she also pops cards. Lastly, Zombie Vampire. It's a mill and Hope Harbinger to spell negate and or redirect attacks. Something I do think I want to play in this deck somehow is Photon Lord for another monster negate, because you can make Ace relatively no problem in this deck. I just don't know how I want to work that into this deck. So, that is it for this deck. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.